Hello and welcome back to Binding of Isaac and, of course, the adventures of Magdalene, who is currently looking, I'm gonna admit, really rather bad. She's not in the best of shape, but it's okay. We've got some boomerang tears, which admittedly are pretty terrible. I mean, probably one of the worst things I've gotten in this game, but that's really saying something because I've gotten a lot of bad things in this game, and this is definitely not up there. I wish there was a way, quite frankly, that you could turn off upgrades, because this is the sort of situation where it would really be best if we turn this off so that maybe we can actually shoot, because this is just terrible. Anyway, Magdalene's been doing, I would say, pretty okay. Not necessarily, like, exceptionally good. It's definitely not Azazel level of awesome, but she's working on it. I'm sure she'll get there soon enough. I mean, I say that, but can you really get to Azazel level of awesome without also being Azazel? I really doubt that that's a thing. She will definitely try, but probably not succeed. What do you got? Pretty fly. Oh, that's nice. I'm pretty sure that's one of those shields around us, which is, I would say, a pretty good thing. It is quite nice. Okay, so we're getting backed into a corner. I'm just going to level with you. I'm not liking the current situation in the slightest. It's quite unfortunate. Anyway, currently, I don't know exactly, I don't know. We're just doing a pretty standard situation here. It's really just killing a bunch of stuff. And if we can kill it all, that should be great. Magdalene, can you heal yourself a bit and then deal with these guys? You know, I wonder, this is the basement of Isaac's house. I'm just saying, that is the truth. How did all of this stuff get down here? I mean, I understand how maybe there could be a bunch of spiders, because there's spider enemies, and that makes sense. I mean, everyone's basement has, I would say, probably like 700-800 spiders in it. Just don't look up. Don't look at your ceiling. Like, if you're in your basement right now, please do not look behind you. They are literally covering the wall. As soon as you turn around, they will run for their lives, and they will hide in every crevice in the basement, and you will never find them until eventually they come crawling up behind you at some point, which is, I'm going to say, probably not the ideal situation. But, you know what? That's how life goes, mate. 1 minute, you're happy in your basement for some reason. I don't know why you're sitting in your basement. But you're sitting in your basement for some reason, and you're so happy, and the next moment you get attacked by 8,000 spiders crawling over your skin. True life story. That's how, I don't know, General Custer died. I'm just going to make up the death of some very important person. I'm sure they don't mind. Abraham Lincoln actually died via the attack of a few thousand spiders. Ooh, mini mush. Was that a speed and range up? That's nice. Well, this is actually quite a nice upgrade. As I was saying, as I was rewriting the history books, which I definitely cannot stop doing in the middle of, I mean, you don't just commit to changing, like, a massive part of a country's history and then just flake out halfway through. No. If you're gonna do that, you gotta commit to the entire situation. Abraham Lincoln was totally killed by 8,000 spiders just crawling all over him. It was just a much nicer story to say that he was assassinated, because it's not exactly the best for the general, you know, patriotic feeling of your country to understand that your leader was killed by a bunch of spiders. Because unless they're like giant and hyper-intelligent spiders, I don't know if that's a good sign. I mean, unless they're really poisonous spiders too. I mean, okay, there are certain situations where if your leader is killed by a spider, it's actually pretty reasonable and could be a pretty manly story if he was, like, fighting off, I don't know, a jaguar and then gets attacked by spiders, which is kind of a weird situation to begin with. Just entirely ignoring the weirdness of a political leader fighting a jaguar, which admittedly, you know, we should found a nation just completely based around the concept that the leaders have to fight some form of incredibly vicious animal in order to be elected. And when I say elected, that's completely wrong. To be donned the leader, because that's definitely not an election. I'm pretty sure becoming leader via animal death fight is not within the definition of election. Just saying. Small thing. Oh my word, Monstro, would you buzz off? Every time I fight this guy. I mean, he's incredibly pathetic, I have to admit. But he does take his sweet time to die. It's all of that blubbery fat all over his disgusting... I don't know, can you even say that Monstro has a body? He's just kind of a head. He's a head with that disgusting mouth that's been, like, torn open. Ugh, I hate you, Monstro. You would never survive a death fight with a Jaguar. Jesus Juice, damage and range up? You know, I'm gonna admit, for all the range up we're getting, we're not actually shooting our bubbles any farther. Oh, can we turn that? Come on, give me access to my stuff. I don't want this stuff anymore. Get it away from me! Ah, I can't get away from me. It's impossible. Do we want any of this? What does this do? What does this triple thing do? I have no clue. Let's take it. Oh, it's a damage up. I mean, that I appreciate quite a bit, actually. Thank you, Mr. Beelzebub. I appreciate the damage up. That's quite nice. Thank you for all that you've done for me. Magdalene is now going to go and try to kill something else in a terrible dungeon and probably continue to ruminate on political systems run via death battles, which would definitely make for one, potentially a pretty solid TV show. Second off, probably the most epic form of government ever seen on the planet. It has to be said. There's not much better than death fight monarchs. Oh, can we call them monarchs if they... No, we can't really call them a monarch. Because they're not going to have, like, a like, lineage, I guess. I mean, assuming that, of course, the political elite aren't bred as, like, vicious killing machines, which admittedly is probably exactly how the political elite would be bred in that situation, because it is basically the best way to get elected, is to train yourself to be a vicious killing machine, potentially, like, I don't know, sharpen your bones down into, like, spearheads and fight lions on a daily basis, which admittedly would probably be very, very bad for the population of lions in the world, given the fact that, you know, there is an entire political system based around killing lions. That would be quite unfortunate. You know, I like lions more than actually having a, like, death battle for them. What kind of animal don't we like? And when I say don't we like, I mean specifically don't I like. It's not actually a democracy here. I don't know. I'm impartial to orangutans. We can have the political leaders fight that. It'll be fine. And in the event that the orangutan ever actually wins, we will have a monkey leader. And basically, this is the premise to Planet of the Apes. That is exactly how that happened. They say that it was like human civilization destroying itself or something. No, it's human civilization just getting to a point of ridiculousness that it's completely just off the walls. It's like a Monty Python sketch at that point. Which, if life were like a Monty Python sketch, I'd probably off myself, because that's just too much. Anyway, to the matter at hand, we are actually doing pretty well on this level. Not to say that we haven't been discussing a very, very important and key concept to general society in our current mission, but yeah. We've been doing pretty well on this level. Magdalene has been doing, a nice job outside of being attacked by whatever the heck these things are, which is, I will say, 1, pretty disgusting. 2, not my favorite stuff in the world. There we go. Got that under control. Ow, hey, no, I want my stuff. You can't just, Magdalene, you can't just run into other rooms and not take stuff. Are we gonna do that? I mean, that's a lot of stuff on the other side of those spikes, but I feel like I value my hearts more than I value stuff, which is kind of weird because, I mean, technically my heart is a bunch of stuff. Just saying, small thing, but regardless, we're not gonna actually hurt ourselves for just like, what was it, a key and 3 coins? No. See, if we're gonna die fighting. Mostly because if we die fighting, we potentially get a political office, which could be... I don't know. I don't know if Magdalene wants to be a politician or anything, but I feel like she has a chance given that she's so good at fighting monsters. And we are, of course, instating such a ridiculous political system, which I will maintain is going to be a thing. I will figure out a way for that to be a thing somewhere. It's probably City Skylines. Yeah, that's exactly where it's going to be, because Lord knows nobody in the real world's going to do that. One, killing helpless animals. Oh, I say helpless. An orangutan is hardly helpless. What is this pill? Aw, tears up. Aw, yeah. I mean, that doesn't fix the fact that we're still, I don't know, in a really quite bad situation in terms of combat. Because this reflection requires us to get basically as close as Azazel has to get to things. I mean, admittedly, we have like a chain gun of tears instead of what is the God Burst of Azazel, but, you know, it's still pretty close and pretty dangerous. If we could get potentially probably a couple more, like protection items, maybe like the cube of meat and stuff. The cube of meat is a pretty good one, I would say. I do quite appreciate it. If we could get that guy, that'd be nice, because it would protect us from a few blasts, potentially, if we're in the right orientation, which is always a problem. I mean, I kind of wish I could control the protection around us. Explosive diarrhea? No. 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 Jeez. I will admit, I need to be a lot more careful using any form of item, because I keep forgetting that half of the items in this game try to kill us, which is really weird. Ow. Jeez, Magdalene has gone from being the slowest person in the world to being so fast that I can't actually control where she's going. And I've been hurdling her into spikes constantly because I'm really bad with the whole controlling Magdalene thing. What is this? This looks weird. Have we seen this before? Is this chocolate milk? It's not chocolate milk. It is chocolate milk. Oh yeah, we got charge shots. Yeah, this is like okay at best. I mean, I like the fact that we have super powerful shots, but I do also like chain gun tears. This is another one of those situations where I prefer that we, you know, could turn off items. Get out of here, Envy. I mean, I will say, though, that's a lot of damage. That's like a stupid quantity of damage. It's not, maybe not stupid, but it is ridiculously large. Envy, can you stop having a million heads? This is just gratuitous. I mean, quite frankly, he's not actually that dangerous so long as you're not a fool and, like, pop all of his heads at once. That would definitely be a bad idea, but given that we can easily control the quantity of heads here, Envy is really one of the weakest of the enemies. Hey, did we really do all of that boss battle just to get one coin? Oh, Binding of Isaac, you give me such nice things. Sarcasm. Binding of Isaac gives us no nice things, except in the few situations where we play as Cain, whereas then it gives us literally every nice thing that can ever exist in the game, which I will admit, I appreciate. Thank you, Binding of Isaac, for giving us such an amazing run that one time. But at the same time, not so much. Hello, Chub. How you doing? I mean, I hate you, Chub. I hate you a lot. You're one of the worst. But, I hope we can have a good fight in the very least, Chub. That's probably not going to be a thing, because not only do we have charge shots, but that mirror does actually make our shots go pretty wild all of the time, which is just a small problem in the whole, like, trying to survive area. It's pretty bad. There we go. Chub's dead. Let's take down these guys. You're done for me. You're done. There we go. Speed and shot speed up. And we got a little baggie. What is a little baggie? I don't even know. We're actually going to go back and try to get some hearts prior to delving into the terrible depths. And normally I would do this after having... normally I would do this on my own. There we go. Those are the words I'm looking for, despite the fact that I'm focusing so hard on not dying. But the whole fact that I could spontaneously die at any moment, given the very small quantity of health that we have, I figure it's for the best that we maintain this. There we go. We're back to full health. Kind of impressive, given that we took so much damage there, but, you know, that's how it goes. What is this? The devil. Reveal the power of darkness. It's another one of those cards that I'm just like, it sounds like it could be really good, but it also sounds like it could kill us in the face really hard with like a hammer and potentially like a flamethrower attached to said hammer, just burning us and crushing us at the same time, which is, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually worse than just being crushed, because quite frankly, once you're crushed, there's really not much you can do to someone after that. It has to be said. Anyway, ignoring the whole question of crushing, that will bring us, for now, to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, Magdalene will continue on into this terrible dungeon that we are in now, being a tiny creature with a actually rather large quantity of damage. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Wait a second. Does our boomerang shot, if we stand still... Oh, wait a minute. Our boomerang shot is actually just attracted to us. This is an amazing revelation that I'd never considered prior. I mean, it doesn't actually make the boomerang ability any better, but it does explain a lot why I'm really bad at aiming when I'm moving around, because we're actually moving our shot as we move. Huh. Well, with that revelation, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.